What's going on, guys? My name is MrHurriicane. Welcome back to the Minnesota Gophers Dynasty. It's week 6 and the Gophers in their 5th game on the season will take on Purdue as we try to go to 3-2 on the year following last week's loss against the Iowa Hawkeyes. We put up a good fight but lost by 10, and our defense really struggled after playing a really good game against Indiana. So we'll see what version of our defense we see today. As you see the Purdue roster here, and most of the players towards the top of the list are on the offensive side of the football. Today's game is at Purdue, and we're playing this one in the rain. We'll see if that helps our defense out at all, if we can get our 3rd victory on the season and bounce back after last week's loss. Week 6 is here, and we're underway as Purdue starts with the football offset I formation. Danny Etling, the quarterback, 8 touchdowns, 2 picks on the season. Firing to the outside to his receiver, Monteroso, for a 15-yard reception. A ton of separation on that play. Now Purdue goes to the ground for the first time. Dalen Dawkins up the middle for a gain of 8. Drove through 1 tackle, and Purdue has multiple talented backs. Now play action for Etling. Fires outside, caught by Burke, up past the 40, stiff arm, and he has the first down on the catch of 11. He pushed Andre Gaines out of the way. I formation, and they'll go to the ground. Keontae Green up the middle with blocks in front, and Green into the second level for a 16-yard gain. Purdue is on the move, running at will against our defense. Second down, option to the right. Pitch out to Dawkins, up past the marker, and first down inside the 10-yard line. Goal to go for the Purdue Boilermakers as they come back with the offset I. Handoff, Green to the edge, cuts inside Antonio Johnson, and an 8-yard rushing touchdown gets Purdue on the board first. They're up by 7. Now it's time to see our offense. Mitch Leidner, 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions on the season. Pistol formation, full house packages. The handoff goes to Berkeley Edwards, and he is dropped from the backfield for a 1-yard loss. But he is now playing in the place of Lamar Washington. Second down, Leidner passing over the middle, and it's in traffic to Doug Duckett, and he could not make the grab. Incomplete, and 3rd and 11. Minnesota goes trips left. Leidner fake to Martindale, rolling out of the pocket, pressured, lost the football, and Purdue has it. It went right to a defender inside the 10-yard line. A disastrous start for the Gophers. Purdue at the 9-yard line of Minnesota. I formation, the box is stacked. Handoff, Dawkins to the right, and there's a stop for this defense. Play made by Andre Gaines, who I think is maybe our most improved player this season. 3rd down and goal from the 11. Handoff, Dalen Dawkins trying to find room, and there's nothing there as Antonio Johnson makes the play, and Purdue gets stopped. Good damage control as Purdue settles with a field goal, 10-0, but we got to get this in gear. Toss out to Martindale, trying to find the edge, and a great play as he loses 2, and Minnesota's forced into another 3rd down and long. They need 11. Leidner out of the gun, takes the snap, pressure inside. Leidner wants to run. He can't escape. Lost 8 on the play. Caleb Ingram sacks Mitch Leidner, and Minnesota is out to a terrible start in this game. We've run 6 plays and have gone backwards 19 yards. No first downs. Purdue takes over. Handoff, Dalen Dawkins. Big hole in the defense as he gets hit by Antonio Johnson. But a 15-yard gain, and Purdue is back in field goal range. Still 2 minutes to go in the first as Dawkins inside bounces off 1, but it is wrapped up by Jack Lynn. Our front 7 has to do a much better job of protecting the inside. Now 2nd down, and the flea flicker. Danny Etling, end zone, intercepted by Eric Parker. He panicked into a bad pass, and Minnesota has turned over Purdue. They bust out the flea flicker. Etling breaks a tackle, but makes a very bad decision to go to the end zone. Minnesota takes over. Our offense has only gone backwards so far. Can we change that? Leidner to the outside and picked off. DeJuan Hunt intercepts the pass. Just a quick out to Doug Duckett, and Purdue gets the football right back. About as bad of a start for Minnesota as you could possibly imagine. We came into this game mostly worried about their offense, but their defense has been fantastic. Here's the toss to Dalen Dawkins to the edge for a pickup of 5. 3rd down and 2. Defense trying to hold them to a field goal. They'll give it to Dawkins again, running off the edge, and the play is made. There it is again, Jack Lynn. 4th and 2. Purdue is going to play aggressive and go for it. From the eye, give to the fullback inside, and he got enough for the first down. Purdue extends the drive. We're late in the first quarter, 10-0. The box is stacked. Handoff. Dawkins inside, and he is into the end zone. 4-yard rushing touchdown as Purdue is up by 3 scores, and we've not even left the first quarter yet. Still a lot of time, but Minnesota cannot continue to hurt themselves on offense. We've got to get first downs. We've got to get positive yards first, and there's a start as the first quarter comes to an end with a 6-yard carry. Second down, the screen. Caught by Martindale. Blocks leading him the way across the 40. Martindale in Purdue territory. And finally wrapped up after a 33-yard catch and run. More of that, please. From the 40. Handoff. Edwards wants to go outside. Not a ton of room, but he fights for extra yards and picks up 6 to make it 3rd down and 2. 3 receivers in for Minnesota as Leidner inside to Martindale, bouncing this outside, off 1 tackle and across the 25 as Martindale picks up 11 yards, and Minnesota is on the move. Trying to get this pass game opened up as Leidner drops back over the middle, and it's hauled in by Doug Duckett, and he's down at the 10-yard line after the catch of 14. Gophers come out in the diamond package. Leidner inside to Martindale, but nowhere to go. Excellent play as it was stopped in the backfield. Caleb Ingram again. Minnesota now 3rd down and goal. Leidner rolling out of the pocket. On the run. End zone. Touchdown. Drew Wolodarski gets the Gophers on the board for the first time. If he got a foot down, it stands. We'll take a second look. And no doubt about that one. Nice job getting that right foot down in the end zone. 17-7. And this time we're not putting our defense into a difficult situation. Can they get a stop as Yancey over the middle for a 16-yard completion? We have to do what we did against Indiana. Pressure the quarterback and make him make mistakes. Handoff. Dawkins sheds 1 tackle but not 2. There's Matt Smith, who I think has had a very nice season in his first year as our nickel cornerback. 3rd down and 8. This is the time to make a play. Etling passing over the middle. Caught by Green. Lynn wraps him up, but he got enough. That extra effort towards the end got him the yardage for the first down, and Purdue is in Minnesota territory. This time it's Green as he's wrapped up in the backfield by both of our defensive ends. Not much of an attempt to block either of them as they lose 3. 3rd and 11. Etling sets up the screen for Dalen Dawkins, met by Dixon, and he will come nowhere near the first down. That is the first punt forced today by our defense, and we have 2 minutes and 40 seconds. It's only a 10-point game. Leidner fake to Martindale, deep down the middle, and it's dropped. Doug Duckett. The hands are still inconsistent. Huge drop, and now 2nd down. Handoff. Edwards trying to find some room, and he does get 7 yards, so 3rd and 3 for Minnesota. 2 minutes and 10 seconds clock running. Leidner from the pistol fires over the middle, and a tough catch is made by Jamel Harbison for a 9-yard reception. It would be nice to run the rest of this clock out, get a score, then get the football after halftime. Now Edwards trying to go outside, but this Purdue defense has played great against the run. They're not letting us bounce these outside like we want to do. 3rd down, Leidner, middle wide open, and Duckett didn't drop that one. He even ran through a tackle and picked up 20 yards. After a very rough start, we are rebounding nicely. 35 seconds to go in the half. Leidner, check down, caught by Edwards, gain of 6, 3rd down and 8 upcoming as a timeout is used by Minnesota. We are 4 of 6 on 3rd down today as Leidner needs 8. He'll sprint out of the pocket, caught by David Clark, to the marker, Matthew was close. 1st down, Minnesota, the chains move. How aggressive do you get here? Do you take a shot at the end zone? Minnesota wants the screen, dumped off to Martindale, blocks lead the way, nobody's home! Touchdown, Kevin Martindale! 30-yard touchdown reception. The defense was just nowhere to be seen. They're all hanging out in the end zone, and Martindale's able to use his speed to find his way into the end zone. And what once was a 17-0 blowout in the making is now 17-14. It's a ball game. 3rd quarter is getting underway as Minnesota is down to Purdue 17-14. But we've scored 14 points unanswered, and we've turned this game around. And on top of that, we have the football to open the 3rd as the offense gets back to work. 3 wide out for Leidner out of the pistol formation. Purdue blitzes, passing quick, and it's caught by Adam Kirkpatrick for a 5-yard reception. Now for the first third down of the second half. 3 wide. Leidner fakes the Martindale. Pass is short. Caught by Harbison. Changes direction to the 45. And a 9-yard gain sets up Minnesota with a new set of downs. 3 wide once more. Another play action as Leidner off the bootleg. Dumps it off to Kirkpatrick. Nice juke as Kirkpatrick into Purdue territory. I didn't know he could do that. Now the diamond package is back out as this is Martindale. Met initially but bounces away as he picks up 8 on the play. I think Martindale's done a very nice job this year even when asked to run the ball inside. He can do it all. And now Edwards, oh man, just decked right at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. Desjuan Polk. That is a hit right there. Third down for Minnesota. Leidner will go to the air and face the blitz. Pass over the middle. David Clark with the reception work in the slot. 7 yards and a first down. I'd say he's done a very nice job as a role player for us. Second down, Edwards will try to bounce this outside. Doesn't have the greatest speed, but he runs to the edge and takes the contact at the 20. Picks up 6, another third down. Minnesota needs 4. 3 wide receivers, duck it in the slot. Leidner, end zone, touchdown! Drew Wolotarski, 20-yard touchdown reception. Mitch Leidner's 3rd touchdown pass on the day. Just put it up in the safety, could not get over in time. Minnesota has taken the lead, 21 points unanswered. Purdue comes back with a Dalen Dawkins handoff as he picks up 12. This offense has been very quiet since the first quarter. Now White comes in motion. Etling back to pass. Scanning the field with time, lobbing it, and it's incomplete. Put it up for White and too much of a rainbow. It's 3rd down and 5. Minnesota, they're going to bring the blitz. Etling, down he goes! He is sacked by Ray Dixon. He's one of our fastest defensive players, and he comes up with another big play as Purdue punts. 3:42 to go in the 3rd. All Minnesota now with the momentum. Only a 4-point game though as Leidner keeps it after faking inside and picks up about 9. Now Minnesota to the diamond package. Hartman, Martindale, and Berkeley Edwards as Leidner throwing. Middle cut by Wolotarski on the slant. 11 yards and a Minnesota first down. That was Wolotarski's first catch of the game. That wasn't a touchdown. Now a handoff inside. Edwards and another nice play. And once again, Desjuan Polk. This guy is a punishing run stopper. Minnesota now with 3rd and 11. There's the blitz. Leidner wants to evade the pocket. Pump fake. Now running. Throws across his body and it's cut for a first down by Jamel Harbison. Great job of making something out of that play. New set of downs. Leidner fakes again, and this time he's sacked. Lost 10 yards. Purdue brought the blitz again. Garrett Hudson on the tackle. 3rd and 20. A long ways to go as it's a conservative handoff up the middle for Berkeley Edwards. He gains 4. And that puts Santoso in position for a 47-yard field goal try. Streveler holds, the kick is up, and Santoso splits the uprights. Minnesota now leads by a touchdown. Purdue hasn't scored since the end of the first quarter. The 3rd is winding down. Dawkins up the middle, and good tackle by Jack Lynn. Dawkins does get 4. But we're taking away the big plays from Purdue's offense, and they've struggled. Etling throwing, wants the screen. It's caught by Green. He's close to the marker, and he got enough that time. Needed 6, got 7. 7:46 to play. New set of downs, out of the eye. Handoff, Dawkins. Met in the backfield, and he won't break that tackle. Antonio Johnson makes the stop, and Dawkins lost 2. Minnesota wants the blitz again. Etling steps right, throws left deep, and it's out of bounds. Bad throw by Etling. May have just been getting rid of it, though. 3rd down and 12 yards to go for Purdue. Minnesota plays soft. Etling back to pass. Takes the hit and goes deep down the middle. Puts it up, and it's caught. D'Angelo Yancey over Matt Smith's fingertips by inches. Oh my goodness, could have been a huge stop for our defense. Instead, Purdue at the 6-yard line. Etling delayed. Dawkins up the middle, untouched to the end zone. 5-yard rushing score. And suddenly, this game is tied. It looked like we might be forcing another stop, but Purdue pulls it out. 6.5 to play. Our last 4 drives have all been scoring drives. We need one of those right there. A double-digit play, time-consuming drive to take the lead back. 6.5 to go. This is Martindale bouncing this one to the edge, and he gets about 12. We want to run the ball because it's what we do and it takes up time, but Purdue's played well against the ground. Now Leidner dumping it off in the flats to Kirkpatrick, wrapped up. Very nice tackle on the larger Kirkpatrick for a gain of 7. Now a 3rd down and 2. Edwards next to Nelson. He gets it, runs right, and he follows the guard for a 1st down. Edwards just barely got enough and moves the chains. Now less than 5 minutes to play in the game. Handoff to Martindale inside and picks up about 5. Minnesota continuing to run clock. Diamond package back in the game. Handoff to Edwards. Running to the edge. A defender misses. He cuts back to the inside and Berkeley picks up 10. And another chain mover for Minnesota. 4:05 to play. Little offset pistol formation as the handoff is to Martindale. He wants to go outside again to the sideline and gets about 6, tackled out of bounds. That brings up another key 3rd down for Minnesota. Split backs next to Leidner, 3 wide receivers. Leidner under pressure, outside, caught for a 1st down. That's Lamar Washington coming out of the backfield. Huge catch. Minnesota will keep driving, 3.5 minutes to play. Leidner fakes the Martindale. Leidner on the keeper. Ball came out. No! Purdue recovers the football. Purdue has it. Leidner lost the ball. We'll take a look to see how this happened as Leidner was about to face contact and looks like he tried to lateral or something. This happened last year in a game with Philip Nelson trying to cover the football up on an option play. And it doesn't always cooperate, so Minnesota turns it over. Purdue with 3:17 to go. Danny Etling, Dalen Dawkins gets to the edge. A block on Jack Lynn, and Dawkins shoved out of bounds after a 19-yard scamper outside. 3 receivers in the formation for Etling as he hands off to Green and nowhere to go. Look at all the Minnesota defenders just waiting on him. Maurice Manning gets the tackle. 2nd down. Tight end in motion. That's Carvajal, who's been extremely quiet. Etling dumps it off, and there's Carvajal on the catch. Only got 1 yard. 3rd and 9. Defense trying to give us the ball back. 3-man front. Etling back to pass with time. Out to Dawkins. Hit. Ball came out! Ball's out! Picked up by Dan Smith! Go! Smith inside the 20! He's gonna score! Minnesota's taking the lead! Dan Smith! Forced fumble! Fumble recovery! Touchdown Minnesota! Oh my goodness, the defense does it again! But was he down? Booth review. Let's take another look. Did the knee come in contact with the ground first? It is so close. That is as close as it gets, and here is the ruling. What is it going to be? Minnesota does not get the touchdown. The knee was down first. The points come off the board, and Purdue will punt instead. Here's the kick, and back awaiting it is David Clark at his own 16-yard line. Feels the punt. Running outside. Clark trying to outrun a defender, and he can't. An 8-yard return, and Minnesota's got to score with the offense. Kirkpatrick comes in motion. Handoff. This is Martindale. Keeps it up the middle and picks up 8. Good blocking up front. Minnesota only 91 rushing yards as a team today. Now this is Martindale. He'll carry outside. Outruns one. He missed. Now the safety has Martindale into Purdue territory. It's a 33-yard gash, and Minnesota's on the edge of field goal range. 43 seconds. Handoff Edwards. He's going to get us into field goal range as Edwards fighting towards the 25 and gets 8 yards. We are playing for the field goal. I formation. 3rd down and 1. Handoff. Hartman did not get the 1st down, and Minnesota's going to attempt the field goal with 3 seconds to go. 40-yard try between the hashes. Ryan Santoso. Snap down. Kick is up. And Minnesota has defeated the Purdue Boilermakers. 3rd win on the season as Minnesota gets a last-second victory, a 17-point comeback. After getting out to a rough start, we turn this game around in our favor. Minnesota is victorious, and we go to 3-2 on the year. It did get ugly early, but look at what happened after the first quarter came to an end. Mitch Leidner puts up 3 touchdowns. The defense stepped up big time. And what impressed me the most was how we shut down Carlos Carvajal. This offense really could not get a passing game established without him. He's the guy, when we face Purdue, that I'm always the most afraid of when I game plan around on defense. Today, he was quiet. I said his name maybe once or twice. Minnesota gets the victory, and now you're seeing the updated recruiting board. Not much is really changing on a week-to-week basis. I've been doing a ton of scouting trying to find gems at a variety of positions, mainly the offensive line. I'm trying to get that strong and build depth because I've really done a bad job of that so far. And you're going to see me go in depth to more position groups shortly as kind of things get settled and maybe get a couple recruits that actually commit. This year is kind of all about the offensive line and building depth in other areas. Our next game on the season will be at the halfway point as we play in Week 7 against the Northwestern Wildcats. Last year we played them when they were like 0-5 or 0-6. They destroyed us. Now they're 4-1. We enter this game as the underdogs, trying to get our 4th victory on the season, and that'll be up next in the Minnesota Dynasty. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys when we take on the Wildcats next episode. Have a great day, guys. See you next time.